Hey guys, I'm now Michela Mohango. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to be talking about something that I find to be very important, and without wasting time, we're just going to jump right into it. So today we are talking about the 5 things I wish I knew before getting into medical school. So the first thing on my list, the first thing that I think is really, really important for anyone who wants to get into medical school to know is know how to study. Understand what is studying, how do I best achieve the results I want to achieve. And there's so many things that are going to affect how you study, your environment, the techniques you use. All those things help you retain information. So you have to understand how best you can study. For example, I know for a fact that saying that I'm going to wake up to study was a no-no. It was such a lie. I'm a night person. I'm not going to be able to wake up at 2 and study. That was not going to work for me. Studying in the library was a no-go area for me because I would just people watch and not do anything really. So understand how best you study, learn new studying techniques. And when you study how to study and look at the people around you, you actually realize that a lot of people are using the least effective study techniques. And for you to avoid that, you need to understand which techniques work best. So this leads me to my second point, which is planning is everything. Medical school would demand so much of your time. I will not lie to you about that. It would demand so much of your time, and you will need to study a bunch of things. You will need to attend labs. You will need to go to the ward. Lecturers need your time in class. So for you to do all this stuff, you need to plan. Obviously, you already have a schedule. You already know when you're having your lecture, when you're required to be on the wards, if you're going through departments in a hospital. You know all that upfront, and you know by maybe 2 months, if you're required to be there for 2 months, by the end of that time you will be assessed. So you will have to plan, when do I study, what do I study, how do I do this. Okay, so I think it's very important for you to plan your time. It will really help you save on time to even just spend time with yourself, have some self-care, spend time with your friends. Of course, you cannot do it all the time, but if you plan, you know when you're going to do what, you know when to slot in what. So this is going to lead me to my third point, which I think is very important. Have a good support system. A good support system is very important in medical school. It demands so much of your time, like I said, and so you cannot always spend your time outside having fun, playing. That's not going to work. You need people who will understand that this person is busy, they have a lot to do, they have a lot to study. So if you have to only see them once in 2 months or once in a month, they should be able to understand. And of course, that does not mean that you neglect your friendships. Obviously, you still need your friendships. You find ways to work around your busy schedule, but have friends that understand. I had people complain that, oh, I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. I'm like, because I am busy. But for you to be able to tell someone that, they need to be a good support system. And the other side of a good support system is have people to study with. There's not one person that understands every topic perfectly in medical school. What I understand best, my study partner may not be able to understand. So I can teach my study partner. And if you do that with your friend, you find that you cover more topics, you are able to assimilate things faster and easier, and by the time you're writing your assessments, it's easier for you to revise. So I think it's very important for you to have a good support system, whether it's studying or whether it's just friends in general. Let them be a part of a good support system. And it's okay to let go of certain friends that do not support what you're doing. It's fine. It's really going to save you in a lot. So that's the third point. Have a good support system. The fourth thing that I think is very important for anyone to understand is something that is widely talked about in medical school is an imposter syndrome. So the first thing you need to understand is everybody gets affected by an imposter syndrome. It takes the weight off your shoulders when you realize that everybody goes through the imposter syndrome. Another thing you need to realize is that the spotlight is not on you. Everyone is minding their own business. Everybody is worried about whether they're going to be asked questions in class, on the ward. Everybody is thinking about themselves. So people are not necessarily thinking about you every single time. So I know that it's difficult sometimes, and some people do thrive because of that. Personally, I did not thrive because of it. And I think what would have helped me, which I would advise somebody to do, is start to work on your confidence even before you get into medical school. Medical school will require for you to speak a lot in front of people. So if you're going to be drained by an imposter syndrome, it's going to be very difficult for you to even work towards being confident whilst in medical school. So I would advise someone to even start working on their confidence way before they get into medical school. So that's about an imposter syndrome. The other thing, which is my last point, that I think is very important for you to remember is respect everyone. When you go to the wards, and you're with your consultants, you're with nurses, you're going to find various people, various health workers. And remember to respect everyone. There'll always be people who will be willing to help you, but it's easier for them to help you, and it's more joyful for them if you're respectful. We all know there's always that one overzealous student in class, this one person that may not even respect other people. Don't be that person. Respect everyone. And people like nurses are amazing. They will teach you things you will not find in your books. They will teach you ways to do things that it will be very difficult for you to find in your books. And so if you respect them, it will be, much easier for you. So those are the 5 things that for me I think are very important that I wish I knew before getting into medical school. If you would like me to delve into any of the points that I've just spoken about, if you want me to delve into any of them, please leave a comment below. I will be very happy and excited to let you know about it. And if you have your own opinions, what are the 5 things you wish you knew before getting into medical school? Thank you so much for watching my video. See you next time.